Hello once again everyone, Original Blood Ace back again with yet again another video. I know it's a bit of a spree, but that's a-okay. It's been a while since I've done some videos, other than the few I did today. There was a few days where it was just quiet. But let's get back on track. The video here is Nintendo's new headquarters construction is underway. It's actually been for a little while now. But here's a picture, as you can see. I will show you. That is the new headquarters of Nintendo in Kyoto, Japan. And as they say here, it's funny, unlike Sony, who had to sell headquarters in order to make ends meet, Nintendo is in the process of building an entirely new headquarters to house their unified console and handheld engineer departments. The new building will replace the old building, which is actually supposedly right next door, basically. Has a capacity of 1,500 people, and after it's built, it will cost a whopping 16.5 billion yen, which equals to about 204 million US dollars. The building has been under construction since 2012, so it's had a full year and a little bit to be started to be built, and Nintendo hopes to have it completed this year in 2014. So, I thought we should do a little bit of a discussion on this. What was I going to say first of all? Oh yes, the unified console and handheld engineers. So that means, basically, the people who work on the 3DS and the Wii U now will be all working in the same building. So if they need to work together on a same game, say for example like a Smash Bros thing that's on both Wii U and 3DS, that means that they, instead of having to phone someone or, you know, go all the way across to another building somewhere else, they can just, you know, go down the hallway and poof, there you go. They can communicate, makes communication better, and it just makes things run much smoother. This looks like it's a really big building. It's kind of weird. I wonder what the part on the top is. It almost looks like it's a mini castle from the Mario games, but I wonder what that upper part will be. But anyway, off topic. This really is anything but bad. It's everything good, and if you think about it, this could be another hint as to where Nintendo goes with future games. I should say consoles, not games. Since the only thing we know about Nintendo's next handheld and Nintendo's next home console after the Wii U and the 3DS, we know three things. One, yes, they've already started blueprinting it and brainstorming ideas. I highly doubt they've even got, well, they probably have blueprints already in the works of the next 3DS successor, like the next handheld after it. But I highly doubt they've got anything physical or any guaranteed lockdown idea for the Wii U successor. And yes, the Wii U will be a success. Even though, if you're gonna bash it, if you're a Nintendo hater, wah, it's gonna be a success. Will it win in the end? Honestly, I don't think so. I think it's gonna come in second place. I think it's gonna come second place to the PS4. Xbox One, I don't see it winning. Well, anyway, that's off topic. The point is, the three things that we know is Nintendo has started brainstorming the next systems. We know that apparently crap, I forgot what my train of thought there. Oh yes, and the other idea was that they supposedly are thinking about making both the next handheld and the home console work together in some way to have the same architecture. That was just one brainstorming idea that was in an Iwata Asks or something, I think, quite a while ago, like half a year ago or something. But either way, so what that could mean is this is just further proof of that they're going in the direction that, no, Nintendo's not leaving the home console business and sticking with the handhelds, because that's what some people have said. There will be a next Nintendo home console. It's always going to happen. But what could this mean? It could mean that we have somehow a handheld that is way more interactive with the home console, and the home console being way more interactive with the handheld. And I'm not talking with accounts, like, you know, how we have kind of the unified accounts now with the 3DS and the Wii U, the eShop accounts and the Nintendo Network IDs. I'm talking much more than that. I'm talking about, you know, just for a rough example thrown out there, even though we don't think that this is going to happen, but say on the back of a Wii U, or not the Wii U, the back of the next home console, there could be a little cartridge slot. Like, it would look like an SD thing, but it would look slightly different for game cartridges. So imagine being able to plug in whatever's after the 3DS, one of those little game cartridges, a handheld game, plugging it into the home console and running it that way. And you could play it on either your your handheld or your home console. Now, I'd highly doubt it would go the other way, where you could plug like an actual disc into your handheld, because it would be huge. But maybe you could transfer it digitally over if you had the memory on it, so you could play your full handheld or your home console game on the handheld. Again, just spitballing some random ideas, but that's the type of thing that it seems Nintendo's wanting to do with this, which I'm perfectly for it. Some people are like, oh, maybe it's because Nintendo's going to go slightly away from home consoles, and then there's that whole, oh, everything's eventually going to be all digital, which maybe I could see that happening at some point, but not in anywhere in the near future. At least 25 years from now, maybe, but not for now. So it's definitely an interesting thing. Just take like Nintendo Land not having online, for example. That was a great example of everyone saying, wait, what? This doesn't have online? Like, there were some people I know that they thought it did. They'd bought the system, and then they were just like, oh, you want to play some online? I'm like, we can't, it doesn't have it. And they're like, what the fuck? Are you serious? So my point is, hopefully once this is done, Nintendo can put way more focus onto other things, and maybe this, I'm not an expert here in this specific area, but maybe this is why Nintendo's been slightly off the past year with making stupid decisions. Maybe Nintendo themselves, the higher ups, are a bit stressed out and just off their game because of the pressure of making this brand new big ass fucking building. Maybe that could be a key factor, and if it is, then I can give them a little bit of leeway and a little bit of wiggle room. But other than that, if it's not the reason, Nintendo still has been fucking up quite a bit. Not as much as a lot of the bashers have made it out to be, and a lot of the Nintendo haters, but they've definitely done their fair share of screwing up. Although Sony and Microsoft as well, they've been iffy back and forth. But oh, and one quick thing, even though it has nothing really to do with this topic I was talking about, I was watching one of Shokio's videos. If you don't know who that is on YouTube, look him up. He does similar types of videos, Nintendo news and all that type of stuff. But he was doing a video exposing this guy, this idiot who's, I don't know, in his 30s or 40s or whatever. And he said in the video, his friend, he asked his friend just to kind of pick on him, how do you like your Wii U? And his friend said, oh, I'm liking it, it's pretty good. And then he said, why? What games? There's got no games on the Wii U. And then this guy in the video had gotten a PS4, and he says, he's just like, well, I guess the PS4 technically doesn't have any games either, but I still love my PS4, and it's still a really good system. I was like, really? Are you serious? But anyway, I guess that's going to do it for this video. It's a bit of a longer one, but that's a-okay. I'm Original Bloody. Stay tuned, more videos coming soon. I don't know if I was going to do another one or not today. Maybe, maybe not. Otherwise, either tomorrow or the next day, more videos. Stick around, coming soon, as always.